As we come to Proverbs chapter 3, I want us to see just two verses today, verses 11 and 12, that will give us some hope and encouragement, but will come through an uncomfortable means. Let's see what we're talking about here. In verse 11, the scripture says, "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of his reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father, the son in whom he delights." We all feel the sting of correction. It is a painful experience when we've done something wrong, we've made a mistake, we've come short of the thing that we should do. And this act of correction is often, it carries with it a sting. Sometimes a sense of frustration because we don't like to be halted from doing the thing that we had set our minds to, or we're moving in a direction, and to be changed off that course, even if there's something in the back of our mind that says, this probably isn't good for me, but being told we can't do something or can't continue down this path is extremely frustrating. And let alone the fact that it usually carries an element of embarrassment. Again, even with the things that we know we probably shouldn't be getting away with, or that we're doing to ourselves, just being called out on it, just being caught in the act often is embarrassing, and that's tough for us. So why do we need to heed the Proverbs that are telling us not to push away or reject or despise God's discipline? Because God's discipline tells us several important things. The first is that we have limits. If you've raised children before, you know that it's very crucial in their early stages, and actually all throughout as we go throughout this entire life, to be reminded that there are limits, that kids don't do well thinking that the whole world's open to them, that they can make their own rules and everything. There's a frustration that comes with that is unsafe and discouraging for a child. So discipline reminds us it's not all up to us to figure out. But also it tells us, as the proverb says, because it compares to a caring father with his son, is that it tells us that God cares. He cares enough to step in. He cares enough to see to it that your life goes well, or that things go better. And the last thing I just want to point out here before we finish is that it tells us that there are answers to the issues of life. Discipline says this way is wrong, this way is right. And we're living in a day and age where that isn't recognized, and we're seeing the collective frustration of people who are looking for some clear guidance in life, and discipline helps us get it there. So welcome it in your life. It's painful, frustrating, embarrassing as it may be, but the Lord is still up to some very good things in His correction of our lives. God bless you.